All right, here's a programming solution for annual pay. First things first, I need to make sure I have the include statement where I'm including the IO stream for outputting information to the user. The using namespace std helps me with outputting information using the cout statement and all this, yeah, and whatnot. And then I need the int main function with the return 0 to end the function, to terminate the function. Okay, so inside of in programming, there's always usually there's three steps. You have an input, you have process, and then you have output. Input is we get information from the user. Process is you calculate something or you do something, and then whatever information you process, you're gonna output that information to the user to the console. Now in this case, we have some given information. We have a few doubles. We have a double variable called pay amount, and that's set equal to 4,500. And then there's another variable that's called pay periods, and that's set equal to let's say there's 20 pay periods. Okay, so the reason why I put this under input is because usually in a program we receive information from the user, but this case it's hard coded in the program. So we'll consider that our input at this level, at this stage of this program. Next thing, for the process, there's another variable that's going to be a double, and that's going to be, actually I'm going to make it part of this same declaration here. So I'm just going to put a comma instead of semicolon. And then so the next variable that I'm going to need is going to be called annual pay, and that's set equal to the pay amount multiplied by the pay periods. All right, now this right here this variable in itself is actually considered can be considered the process part of the program, because we're processing it, we're calculating some type of something into this variable here. So we're calculating the pay amount, which is here, which is declared here, and then the pay periods, which is declared here. So we're using those two variables to put inside of this new variable that's initialized for this process portion of the code. Okay, so the last thing, once we've got the process, we've got our input, we've got our process, then we need to output the information to the user. And to do that is I use a cout statement, put a line break there, and in the same cout statement, without terminating, without ending that statement with a semicolon, I'm just going to drop down to another line and continue writing into that cout statement. So I'm going to say total annual pay equals whatever the total annual pay, which is the variable annual pay. All right, and I'm going to put an end line at the end. I'm actually going to put two end lines. Actually, I can do this. All the while, what I'm doing is I'm trying to make it look nice. I'm trying to make it neat or clean or whatever you want to call it. All right, so that information is output to the user. Next thing, before I do that, I just want to put some more stuff in here. I'm going to put the pay amount, and I'm going to input that, but I'm going to display that to the user because they don't. Just going to display it back to the user. So pay amount, and then end L. Go to another line, and I'm going to put the pay periods. Periods set equal to whatever that is. Just like that. All right, so that should be it. So that's all the information that I need to display to the user. And to run the program, I need to, basically what I'm doing here is I'm opening the Solution Explorer right here, because I need to open a terminal. So if I right click on the file that I'm putting the program in, which is 00.cpp. I'm gonna open an integrated terminal. Okay, so this terminal opens up in the file or in the directory that the file is in. So if I hit ls, these are all the files that are in that directory. So the one I'm working on currently is the 000.cpp. All right, so to compile this, I'll say C++, the file name, hit enter. All right, so at this point, if there was any errors, they would show you there. There's no errors, so I need to actually run the program. So the way to do that is I hit ./a.out, hit enter. All right, and there's all the information displayed to the user. So we got the pay amount, which is here, the pay periods here, and then the annual pay, which was processed or calculated, and there's the annual pay right there.